Hello everyone. Welcome to this lecture in which we are going to study about the variation of pore water pressure during consolidation test. In the Terzaghi theory, you have derived the equation that is del U by del T is equals to Cv into del 2U by del Z square. Now, here you can see that there are total two terms. The first term is telling you about the variation of pore water pressure with respect to the time, whereas the second term is indicating you the variation of pore water pressure with respect to the thickness or with respect to the depth of the soil. If we talk about the first term, that is the variation of pore water pressure with respect to time, then you also know that the pore water pressure always decreases with time, and the decrease of pore water pressure is because of the drainage of water, and the rate of drainage of water through the soil depends upon the permeability and the drainage conditions and the load that is applied on the soil. So this decrease in the pore water pressure depends not only on the stress that is applied, it also depends upon the permeability, and it also depends upon the drainage conditions that are present in the soil. Now, we are going to talk about this, but obviously, as the value of pore water pressure decreases, you already know that if the pore water pressure decreases, then the value of effective stress will increase. That means the rates are equal, but one value will decrease and another value will increase. So here what I can say here, that the negative sign should be kept as the rate for both are opposite, but rate of decrease or rate of increase are equal in magnitude. So that is about the first term. Now let us talk about the second term, and the second term is showing you the variation of pore water pressure with respect to the thickness or with respect to the depth. So let us assume that this is the soil sample and it is surrounded by some porous stones on both the faces. So on the both faces, let us suppose right now we have provided porous stones. So obviously water can move out from this particular soil in both the directions. That means here I can say that the drainage path will be in both the directions in the vertical plane, that is either in the vertically upward direction or in the downward direction. And if at any time the thickness of this particular soil sample is a capital H, what I can see here, that the maximum length of length of drainage path in this particular condition, which is denoted by small d. For this particular condition, you can see here that the value of maximum length of drainage path is equals to be h by 2, either in the upward direction, or h by 2 is the distance that is traveled by water in the downward direction. So the maximum length of drainage path is h by 2 for this particular case, and such case is known as two-way drainage condition, because the water is allowed to flow out of this particular soil from both the faces of the soil. But if this is the case, then always remember that pore water pressure, that is simply actually the pressure that is experienced by water, is more if more restrictions are provided for the flow of water. So we can here say that mu is more if more restrictions to flow are present. And can you tell me where will be more restrictions? Obviously, you can say that at the exit there is no restriction to flow, because that is after that the flow will be through the porous stone or through the pipe. So the restrictions are minimum at the exit on both the sides. but the maximum resistance will be offered by the water that is present at the center line of this particular soil. So if I plot the variation of pore water pressure for this particular soil, what I can say that the water that is present at the exit, that is from both top and bottom, the value of pore water pressure will be almost zero, because that water is free to move. So if it is free to move, then obviously there will be no extra pressure because of the load applied. But yes, the maximum pressure will be experienced by the water that is present at the center line, and hence the variation of pore water pressure will be something like this. Yes, this pore water pressure overall value will decrease with the time. So if let us suppose that originally at a time t equals to 0, you see that the pore water pressure is varying something like this, then after some time this pore water pressure will decrease. So this is the graph for t equals to be t1, and again after some more time you will see that after some more time, let us suppose that after time t equals to be 2t, you will see that the pore water pressure is further decreased, and it will further more decrease like this after some more time. So this will be the graph for t equals to be 3 times of t1. So obviously here what you have seen that the variation is parabolic. Values of pore water pressure are minimum near the exit, and the overall value of pore water pressure is decreasing with the time, whereas the maximum value is observed at the center line of the soil. So this is the case when there is a two-way drainage condition, and the value of maximum length of drainage path is equals to be h by 2 for this particular case. Now what could be the another case? The another case will be of one-way drainage. So what is one-way drainage? As the name suggests, that the water is allowed to flow out of this particular soil in only one direction. That means if you keep in one particular face there is a steel plate, whereas on the other face you have kept the porous stone. So what you can see here that water is allowed to flow only in one direction, and the path of flow of water will be only in the downward direction. So where is the exit? Exit is present at the lower surface or the lower face of the soil, and hence what again you can see that the maximum restriction to the flow will be present at the top face of the soil. And in that particular case what I can see here that the value of pore water pressure will be maximum at the top face, whereas it will gradually become equals to be zero at the bottom face from which drainage is allowed freely, and the variation between these two will be parabolic like this. Again, if this is the variation of pore water pressure at the beginning of the test, then as water will drain out, pore water pressure will gradually decrease, and the variation will be somewhat like this. So this is the second graph is at time t equals to be t1, then the second or third graph will be at time t equals to be 2T1. So obviously, what we can here say that the pore water pressure is decreasing with time, variation is parabolic, the value of a pore water pressure is maximum at the most restriction plane, and the pore water pressure is zero at the exit phase. So these are important points that you should remember. But if I ask you that what is the maximum length of drainage path for this particular second case, as I said about the one-way drainage path, what we can here see that if the thickness of this particular soil is h, then the maximum length of the drainage path will be nothing but that will be equals to be capital H only. Now, what is the significance of this drainage path length? Let us understand about this, because even by your experience, if I ask you that in which case, whether in the two-way or whether in the one-way condition, in which case the consolidation rate will be more, you can easily say that as water is having two exit paths or two exit faces in the two-way condition, then the drainage rate will be more in the two-way condition. But how much more? To quantize that, let us study about another term. The another term that we are going to study here is nothing but that is known as time factor, that is indicated by TV. So what is TV? TV is nothing but that is an index that is defined to relate the degree of consolidation to the time required for the consolidation. This TV is mathematically defined as CV into T by D square, where you can easily see that this T is nothing but that is the time, and its unit will be either in years or it will be in hours or in days also. Whereas the value of D is nothing but that is the maximum length of a drainage path, maximum length of drainage path. Whereas this value of TV is depending upon only on the degree of consolidation. But now the question arises that what is this degree of consolidation? This degree of consolidation is nothing but that is a fraction of total consolidation that is completed at the moment. So obviously, consolidation in the beginning will be zero and it will be gradually increasing to reach up to 100% consolidation after some infinite time. That percentage, that how much fraction of the total consolidation is completed right now, is known as degree of consolidation. And the value of TV that depends upon the value of degree of consolidation is given by pi by 4 into u square. If the value of u, that is the degree of consolidation, is less than 60%, whereas the value of a TV is given by equals to be 1.7813 minus 0.9332 into log of 100 minus u, if the value of degree of consolidation is more than 60%. Now, see, this is about the value of TV. But now let us understand that if I am talking about the time taken, then the value of T is given as a TV into D square by CV. As you know that the value of CV is a constant for a particular soil, then can you tell me that on which factor the value of time required will vary for a given soil? You know that the value of TV depends upon the degree of consolidation. That means more is the degree of consolidation, more time will be required. But apart from that, you can also see that for same degree of consolidation, what I can say that the value of time required will be directly proportional to small d square. Yes or no? And if I am talking about the 1D drainage, or if I am talking about the one-way drainage, then for one-way drainage, you have just now studied that the value of drainage path is equals to be capital H, and yes, if the value of H is varying, then you have to take the average value of depth or the thickness of the soil. And in that case, you can here say that the value of time required for a degree of consolidation will be equals to be T into H square. But if I am talking about a two-way drainage, then for two-way drainage, you already know that the uh, maximum length of drainage path is given as h by 2. And in that particular case, you can here say that the value of time required for the same degree of consolidation will be given by k into h by 2 square, where k is nothing but that is the constant. Why constant? Because the value of TV will be constant for the same degree of consolidation. value of CV is constant for the same soil. So that is why those two values are constant. But with the drainage condition, obviously the value of drainage path will change. Yes or no? And in that particular case, for the two-way, what you can see that this is nothing but this is equals to be T into H square by 4. So if I am writing down the time required for the one-way drainage is T1 and for the two-way drainage is the T2, what I can say that T2 is equals to be T1 by 4. So that means the time required in the two-way drainage is one-fourth as that of time required for the one-way drainage. So that is an important note that you should remember. So that's all for this session. Obviously, there are more concepts that you should learn and that we are going to cover up in our next lecture. So see you there. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.